Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. The question is, how do you create an elevator pitch for your small business? First of all, let's try and figure out what it is and why do you need it. Well, an elevator pitch is a touch point, and this is a point of contact for your clients with your company, right? The examples of touch points, apart from the elevator pitch, are website or email, the interactions your employees have, your product or service, seminars or presentations. They're all touch points. So first impressions are really, really, really important. The way you're going to present yourself in that first interaction with your company through you is kind of crucial, right? Well, I should amend that. It's not crucial, but it's kind of really helpful if you'll be able to help your potential clients to differentiate you from everyone else. So usually what people do when they're asked the question like, hey, what do you do? They usually say, I'm a lawyer, or I'm an architect, or I'm in sales, or I'm in marketing. And this is not really helpful to people who are asking the question, because it doesn't help to differentiate you from everyone else. And you yourself, you don't want to be just another vendor, right? You want to stand out. And so this is why you need an elevator pitch. The properly created elevator pitch will provide answers to 4 questions. So question number 1, what is it that you do? Question number 2, who do you do it for? Question number 3, what need do they have? Question number 4, what's the impact? Some people might say that there's a formula that you have to follow, like answers to questions 2 plus 4, followed by answers to questions 1 plus 3, or vice versa. Answers to questions 1 plus 3, followed by 2 plus 4, right? But in my experience, I think that's not necessary. What's important is to have answers to those 4 questions, but the sequence, you can alter that sequence. That's not a problem. What's most important is that the information flows well, and when you're going to utter those words, they have to sound good as well. So what's the strategy here? So what can you do to craft that elevator pitch? Well, first of all, you write down the answers to those 4 questions, right? So just put it on paper. Once you have those multiple ways of answering the same question, look at the ways how to improve them, shorten them. So just, play with those words and those sentences, and try to figure out the simplest way to convey the sort of message that you want to convey. Okay. Then what you want to do is, like I already said before, you want to play with the sequence of those answers. Once you're satisfied with how it reads, what you want to do next is you want to start listening to how it sounds. So how you do that, you start reading the things that you wrote, and it's best for you to start recording what you're reading, and also listening to yourself as well while you're reading it. And while you're listening to how the written elevator pitch sounds, will really help you improve further on. So let's look at the example. I've written one and I'm going to read it right now. I work with small service-oriented companies up to 150 employees in size, helping them design business transitions from being yet another bland commodity toward a compelling brand. Companies need to make more money, so we work on figuring out how to charge more for their services and eventually make their competition irrelevant. Okay, so this is a written version of the elevator pitch. It's gonna sound a little different when we're in conversation. So let's imagine that you and me were in an elevator or somewhere else, and you were asking me, so Sergey, what is it that you do? And I'd say, well, I work with small service-oriented businesses, designing their transitions from being just another bland commodity toward a compelling brand. Small companies need to make more money, and so we've worked together figuring out ways how to charge more for their services and eventually make their competition irrelevant. So how's your business lately? The reason why I ask the question after the pitch is that I want to get the conversation going. And so after you've done your elevator pitch, you want to have a few questions prepared, and they're going to be different for different people, because sometimes you know who you're talking to and the industry they're in, and sometimes you don't. So you also have to prepare different scenarios and have different questions to be able to continue the conversation. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. If you think this video was a total waste of time for you, then bye-bye. But if you found this helpful, then please subscribe and put that like and add a comment, because this will help me, this will help you as well, or maybe it already did, but it will also help people like us. So thanks.